Tough one tonight. I thought we competed pretty well. It's hard to beat someone when you go 3 for 25 from three. They're top 15 team on all the metrics and that. And I thought we did a really good job second half trying to slow them down, and just weren't able to make enough shots and weren't able to defend Edie well enough. Obviously, he got loose, and that really helped them out.
Theo Lawson, go ahead.
What makes Edie such a tough guy to guard? Obviously, you saw him a few times at Santa Clara, and then twice this year. He scored 21 in the first matchup and 29 tonight.
I think he's just a really good shooter. He's slippery. He's hard to – I don't know. He doesn't need much space to make a shot, and he's pretty comfortable doing that. He's much more comfortable at SC. I've always said the WCC is a really good league because he couldn't start at Santa Clara. He's maybe an all-league player, certainly against us. But just his ability, he can really, really shoot the ball. So that helped them out a lot.
Evan Mobley had 20 points with 11 boards and 6 blocks, but it seemed like Deshawn actually did a pretty decent job on him and kind of took away some stuff. Can you talk about Deshawn's night and what he did on both ends of the floor?
I thought he did a really good job on Mobley. I thought he got bailed out a little bit, which I mean he's a good player. I thought there was a couple late, like he did a good job, got a stop, and then came up with a little late whistle. And you know what? He's a good, tremendous player. Deshawn obviously didn't back down and played. It was tough on just going at him and in the post, and both of them. And I don't think he shot. Well, I mean, only shot 2 free throws. They don't foul much. They potentially try not to, but Deshawn did really well.
Where have you seen the most growth from Deshawn since the last time he played? I mean, he obviously played pretty well in the last matchup, but it's been almost a month, and he's gotten a lot of minutes since then. Yeah,
no, he's just we said earlier in the year, like he started a little late with our program, and but he's a good low post scorer. He's a guy hopefully as he develops more, he knows how to get angles. He's good with his body control, and he's got a big, wide base, and he's a pretty good athlete. I thought they called called travel where he dunked it early in the first half too. That probably was, but sometimes they don't call those as much, but they're pretty consistent with that. But that's pretty athletic play for a freshman. He'll catch it, drops or one bounce and dunk it in traffic and stuff like that. So it's good talent, and he's got a good motor, got a good heart. He competes.
Is there any inclination to stop shooting through so much when they're not falling, or do you have to kind of stick with your game plan and hope they eventually go in?
You know what? I thought we took pretty good ones for the most part, and SC's gonna play inside out, and they're gonna give you a few and over there to try to make them over their length. We just didn't execute well late when we were trying to get the ball inside. I was disappointed and a little disorganized, and I'll take responsibility for that. But we're in the ball game, and the technical foul kind of seemed like it changed the momentum a little bit, and we just kind of were jolted a little bit. We just didn't get good shots, and we didn't get the ball where it needed to go. We wanted to try to get into Deshawn, and they did a good job keeping it out there, but we were our own worst enemy a little bit in that. And they went zone, they went man. The zone, we had gotten a high post a few times, and we tried to score over Mobley, Evan, I think, and that was a bad decision. I think they'd suck in. We got to kick that one out. I mean, they're hard to score on inside, period, and he's just sitting under the rim. That's tough. Deshawn had a lot of success, though.
Ryan Root, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, probably a little too early to tell, but what's your initial understanding on Bonton's injury?
It's funny. I think he caught his shoe, and there's a little gap in the wood on the floor, and he ended up somehow rolling both ankles. But he's tough. I think he'll be back Monday. I think hopefully he's a little shook up, but he wants to play in that game Monday. But, hopefully he can. Hopefully he can give us a good effort. But we'll know more as we get through the night or whatever.
How was it like as a coach trying to defend a team that has all their scoring for the most part come from two guys in Edie and Mobley?
Well, like I said, we did a good job on Mobley. didn't see the Edie thing coming, though we had a good game against. I thought we'd take the challenge better there, but he got going early, was comfortable the whole game, and made us pay. So if you told me, the other guys, their bench played actually pretty well too. Anderson makes them better. He gives another defender, passer, point guard, which it cuts into Peterson a little bit. He hasn't been as much, but that's another factor for them that makes them pretty darn good.
Can we expect to see Yakumovsky make a return for Monday's game?
I'm not sure. I mean, he's been he's had the groin issue, and I think he's available, and we'll see. I think by Monday he should be okay. But Jazz played. I thought Jazz played really well. Hit the big three, gave us some good hustle plays. We're +4 when he was in the game. He wasn't going great for us early in the game when we were 17-7, I think, and Jazz got in there and kind of changed the momentum. I thought Ryan and Jazz did a good job early, and TJ too.
With a quick turnaround to Monday facing the Huskies, how does this team, get ready for that game on just a 2 days' notice?
Just we get together tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully, get some sleep and have enough. We're a little emotionally down. I could tell we're hanging our heads a little bit. We had to play well to win that, and to be down. I think we're down 2 at one point, but I think down 455. I think the 455 was a technical or whatever. We're down. It was 66-61 or 65-61, and we just couldn't get that. I think Noah had a great look at 3 in transition that he's been making all year. So we thought we had an opportunity there that we let slip away.
Thank you, Coach.
All righty.
Colton Clark, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, just got one for you. You forced 12 turnovers in the first half and get a ton of stops a lot in a row at one point, but they also shoot 60%. I guess kind of overarchingly, what was bright about the defense, did you think, and what was not so much?
You know what? I think it was actually Edie, the individual guarding him. It wasn't as much a breakdown of our coverages as him making some individual plays that we let him too comfortable. That was a disappointment, but I think they're 1.03 points per possession, which I think is far below their average. So, you'd be proud of that. And probably the first 35 minutes when we had 61 points are probably one of the better offensive efforts against them, to be honest. I think their last game they held UCLA to 48. It was a really good offensive team. So there's, just disappointed we should have been able to stay in that game better down the stretch. We kind of took ourselves out of it by not getting shot attempts while we needed them.